So many years ago, when I just came to Italy, I was working in a particular company. An African man, a Nigerian man to be precise, happens to be my boss. This man was married, having kids. So most time, before we start the work for the day, we have to go to his house, pick the material we need before we go out to work. So coming around, seeing the children, they were grown up. Seeing the children, then I will grade the children. The children cannot respond. Greeting the children, they can't respond. They try to talk back at me. Me, I cannot respond as well because I don't understand the language. And I asked the parents, why? What is happening? The parents said, oh, our kids does not understand any other language except Italian language. And me, barely 4 months or 3 months in Italy, I don't understand the language either. So this was a barrier between me and the children. And a sort of concern to me. I began to ask myself, Angela, so when you start having children, is that how your children are going to be? There is an African person will be talking to them. They cannot talk. They cannot speak English. It's only this Italian language. And this Italian language is only in Italy you can speak it. When you go out of Italy, you can't communicate. I said, no, this is a very big problem. I told myself then, no, my children cannot be like this. That is one of the reasons why we are treating this topic today. Today's topic is, why are African children failing in Italy? If today happens to be your first time of coming across my video, you are highly welcome. And to my returning subscribers, God bless you. Thank you for supporting me. In today's topic, we'll be discussing it. Please, I need you to leave me your comments on what you think concerning this topic. Leave me your comments and I'll be glad to read it. So, why are African children failing in Italy? The number one point on my list is lack of parental concern for their children. Little or no ambition for the kids. Ambition is that desire. You want to, that particular desire, that's your desire you want to acquire at the end. Most time there is nothing. We don't have anything for our kids. Little or nothing. We are not concerned. To be concerned means to be involved in every aspect of your children. To be concerned means to be involved in what they eat. To be involved in the television they watch. To be involved in the play. To be involved in their homeworks. To be involved in their dressing. To be involved in everything about your children. To be involved. To be involved in their affairs. To occupy them. Occupy your children in every angle. But because of we are not there for them, because we are not really there for them, the devil is taking advantage. Why are they failing? Why are they failing? Have you taken your time? Just the way I said then. No, my children cannot be like this. What are your plans? What are your ambitions for them? What are your concerns? I know of a particular man that he said he brushing the children's teeth, making them, feeding them before he goes to work. It is his priority. He said the day he could not, that he's not able to do this before he runs to work. Maybe he was running late, he goes to work. He said even when he's at work that day, he said he will not be fulfilled. He said he will be asking, oh, I left them to brush their teeth by themselves. Oh, that teeth today, will it be clean? Oh, how will they eat their breakfast today? Because will they eat, that even when he's walking, he's still carrying the children. He's so much concerned. That is how to be involved, to be concerned in every aspect of their life, in every area of their life. Be concerned, be involved. Don't just give them remote because you are busy. Take the remote, go and watch whatever, go and watch, and they are there and they find themselves. You don't even know what they are watching, whether it's good for them or not, just because you want to have freedom, or just because you want to have a time of rest. No. Even while you are in your bedroom, be involved, be concerned. What are they watching? Do you know this television we expose these children to have so much damage their lives? This television aspect, it will be a teaching for another day. Sometimes you leave your children to eat whatever they want every day. They eat what they like every day. No control. So, lack of concern for our children is a big failure on them. That is my number one on the list. And the second point is the language barrier. The parents, they don't understand the language. They don't know how to assist their children. I'm not going to spend more time on this because in my first episode, I really spent time to talk about language. Parents need to know the language. Wherever you are, any country you find yourself, knowing the language, they be your priority. Yes. You are not involved. Their homeworks, you can't assist them. You don't know what they are getting right and what they are getting wrong. You can't control their books. You can't control their diaries. Even when the teachers jot out something for you on the diary, you can't read it. And every day, you have to control their diary. You have to control to know, is there anything that the teachers are trying to pass across to you? But because you cannot even read it, you can't control it. These are some of the reasons why children are failing. Language barrier of the parents. Because of this, they can't help their children. Even when their children is highly in need of help, they can't. That is it. My second point is language barrier. And the third on my list is when the two parents are working. This is bad. When the two parents are working. I know we all need the money. The family, the children, the husband, the wife, to cater for the house, to take the responsibility of the family. Things are expensive in Europe, in abroad, yes. But not on the detriment of your children. No. You have to consider your children. They have to be number one on your list. They have to be number one on your list. There are some vital things when you miss it as a parent in the life of your children. Even when you have the money that millions of euro, you cannot buy it. You can't buy it back. That is why we need to be very careful. Don't say because of work. The children need money for their school. They need money for their education. They need money for the house. They need money. Yes, because of this, my wife I have to go. Me, I have to go to get the money. But what about the children? Sometimes, because of this work, the man is working, the husband is working, the wife is working. Even when the children are not up to to start school, you have to go and dump them there. Not because you want them to learn, but just because to cover up for you, because you are not there. Do you know that children are supposed to start school from 3 years upward? From 3 years. 3 years. Your children are supposed to start school 3 years. Yes, from 3 years. Do you know that? How do I know this? I know of people that their father, they are not working, their mother, they are not working. They will go and register them. They will go to the school. Maybe the child is 1 year or 1 year plus or 2 years. They will go and register them. Do you know what the teacher will say? What they will tell them? They will tell them, your child need to stay home with you. What does that tell you? There are some basic things that your children need to learn from you. Some children, they have not even started talking. You have gone to be dropping them in the school. It is from school they start learning language. From their teacher, they start learning how to talk. Which this supposed to be the process they do with the mother. Yes. They do with the mother. So the teachers, when they go, when the mother is not working, the father is not working, when they go and do apply for the school of the children, they will tell them, no, your child need to stay with you. You are not working. So from there, I was able to know that it's when you are working, from under that 3 years, they take children from you. But the priority goes to parents that are working. So some parents, from Africa parents now, their husband is working. Then they are not working. They will still decide to take their children to school. Why? They want to do what their mates are doing. Not knowing the negative impact is bringing in the life of that child. Nobody tells me, but me, I tell myself, no, before I will release my child to school, that child must be from 3 years. Nobody tells me. Yes, there are some basic things that child learns from you. That child bonds with you, you bond together. Then after 3 years, there are some things you have inculcated in the life of that child. Even when that child is at school, he will remember, my mommy said, my daddy said. So when the both parents are working, it's not helping. Sometimes you don't want to take the children to school, but you give them to babysitter. Sometimes some parents will change up to 3 babysitter in 1 year. Remember, the first babysitter, there were little things that child was able to pick from that first babysitter. Before you know it, you have changed to another babysitter. Either positive or negative. There are things that child again have learned from this second babysitter. I know of a woman then. I don't know, in a year, I don't know how many babysitters she will change. And later the child will come home with different characters, stubborn things. And the mother will be saying, it's all these babysitters that I'm giving my children to. Yes. Because of you are working, your husband is working, nobody to take care of the children. We have to be mindful of this. We have to be mindful of this. Because the loophole this cause, it causes in the life of the children. Even when you have the money that feed this room, it cannot buy it back. That is why we need to be very careful. We have to be careful. Yes. The third, my fourth point is lack of parental projection for their children. The parents are not projecting their children to what they want them to be. Because you as a parent, you are not projecting your children the way you want them to be. What do I mean? You want your child or your children, you want your child to be a doctor. Give that child the tools he or she needs. Go to the library. Give her books on that field. When you go out to buy toys related to that field. Have you not seen footballers that when they start having children, some of them will go and buy football. It can even be the day the child was born. They will buy a ball for that child. And when the child starts moving, learning how to play, he's seeing that ball around his or her bed, playing around that ball. When the child started crawling, he's crawling together with that ball. And when the child started walking, the parent starts playing that ball to that child. They start playing that ball together. And before you know it, when that child is growing up, they expose that child, playing ball with that child, taking that child to feed. That child may likely happen to be a footballer, a professional footballer in the years to come. Why? The parents, the father or the mother, they were projecting that child for that. Have you not seen children swimming? Less than 2 years, a year plus, I have seen. They will be swimming. The parents are there. If you want to look deep into that, you will see either the mother or the father is a swimmer. And they are teaching their child, right from that, teaching their child how to swim. They are projecting that child on how they want that child to be in the future. You think things just happen by chance? No. It doesn't happen by chance. It doesn't happen by chance. You have to project them to where you want them to be. I pray God will help us. And the last point on my list is the teachers. What about their teachers? The teachers are not helping the children. The teachers are not helping them. He said that they are nailing the children, maybe because of the mistake they do make in the school. The teacher will be giving them bad work. You cannot go anywhere. You will not amount to anything. There is a particular book I'm reading. Think Big. This Think Big. This man that wrote this book, the role the mother played in the life of that child. The teacher were putting them down. The man said the teacher, he became a mockery in the class. They will be mocking him. He's never do well in the eyes of them. But when this child pick up, because the mother stood up for this child, and this child pick up in the class, this child overtook those that has gone ahead of him. That is what I'm saying. The teachers, the role of the teachers in the life of our children, most time is not helpful for them. What they are telling them every day. That reminds me of my daughter when she was still in kindergarten. The teacher used a negative word for her. I don't know how to translate it into English. It's an Italian language. So I'm fond of giving my children names, calling them names. So I was calling her one morning. You are blessed. You are a genius. You are relevant. You are special. She said, no, mommy, no, I'm not. I said, why? She said, because my teacher called me a particular name, and she told me the name. I said, don't mind that teacher. I am your mother. You are special. You are relevant. You are a genius. You are a superstar. I began to call her this name. I said, what teacher said, it doesn't matter. It's what I am telling you, and that is what God tells you. That's what God says about you. I really try to ginger her up again. And she said, okay. So she's the child that loves writing. She loves designing. One day she told me to give her. This day now happened to be a Friday that she was telling me this. So one day she told me, was it Saturday or so? She told me to give her a paper. I gave her. She told me she wanted to do something, make a design for the teacher. I said, okay. Of which she did. So on Monday of it, I took her to school. Getting to the school, I removed her jacket and I took her to the teacher. So she ran to the teacher and she greeted the teacher and she gave that paper that her design to the teacher. I said, teacher, take, this is for you. The teacher said, oh, thank you. God bless you. Thank you. And she looked at the teacher and said, teacher, because whenever I drop her, I will stay a while looking at how she's relating to other people. So I was watching and she said, teacher, she called the name of the teacher. She said, I'm not the name you called me that day. She repeated the name for the teacher. I'm not that name. I'm not that. The teacher said, no. She said to the teacher, I am relevant. I am a superstar. I am a genius. My daughter began to declare. I was watching her. The teacher hugged her and embraced her and said, yes, that is who you are. Yes. Oh, I was so impressed by what I saw that day. And I left there, I was so fulfilled. I was asking myself, you see the way I gingered this girl up. You see the positive impact on her. It produced on her. You see the positive impact. So when they come back from school, you don't know how the teacher has messed them up with their wells. It is time for you to revive them. It's time for you to speak to them. The teachers are not helping. Don't leave your children in the hand of the teachers. They will destroy them for you. It's not time for you to say, I don't have time. Have time for them. If they have been messed up in the school, refresh them. Ask them questions. Have time for your children. Ask them questions. What happened today? What did the teacher say today? If they are negative, take it out. Inculcate good things, good seed into their lives. And every day keep watering it. Tell them one day they are going to be the president of the country. Tell them they are going to be doctors. They are going to be pilots. Tell them they will not be among male children. No. Tell them they are going to make a difference. Tell them they are genius. Other children may be failing, but tell them you will not fail. That is it for this video. That is it. Let's help our children. Let's not just fold our hands. No matter how far the situation might have gone bad, you can revive it. You can turn it again. By prayer, you can turn that situation to God and say, God, by prayer and by continuous work, keep watering their life every day. One day, the seed will germinate. One day, that seed, you are watering, you have planted that seed. And every day, you keep on watering that seed. Don't worry. One day, it will germinate. It will bring out bulbs. Yes. That is it for this video. If you find it helpful, kindly like, share, and also comment. Leave me your comments. Till I come your way next time. See you in my next video.